Hello all, this is Trucha Patel. Welcome to the first part of the macroprocessor. First we will discuss that is what is preprocessors and the subroutine. So preprocessor itself is a program which will process your source code before passing to the compiler. It does processing function on the source program to make it suitable for the compilation. It provides the several features called the preprocessor directive. Certain examples for the preprocessor directives available in the C program are hash define, hash include, hash if, etc. Now the subroutine. The subroutine are individual program units. These are used in the modular programming. Subroutines work independently from your main program. There are two types of subroutines available. One is the closed subroutine, another is open subroutine. Now what is closed subroutine? It is a subroutine whose code is available outside the program. Whenever the subroutine is called, the flow of control will be transferred to that subroutine, body of the subroutine will be executed, and control will return to the main program. This will done at the time of execution. This is called procedure or the function. Let us example, in my main, I am having a call for that subroutine and the body of that subroutine is available outside my main. So this is your subroutine call and another is the subroutine definition. Now program execution will start from main. It will go till the call of your subroutine. Then whenever this subroutine call is encountered, control will be transferred to the definition of that subroutine. It executes the function or the body of that subroutine. Control will come back to the main program and execute the next line after that subroutine call. Now next is the open subroutine. Control is not transferred to that subroutine. Whenever the subroutine is called, subroutine call is replaced with the body of that subroutine. This will done at the time of pre-processing. This type of subroutines are called macro. So what will happen is inside my main, I am having a call for the subroutine and there is somewhere the subroutine definition is available. And during the pre-processing, this call of the subroutine will be replaced by the body of that subroutine. Now next is what is this macro? There are few definitions given for the macro in the different literatures. First is macro is a name or abbreviation for a particular program. Second, a set of code for a particular operation can be defined as a macro. Then macro is an abbreviation for a sequence of the operation. A macro represents a commonly used group of statements in the source program, or a macro is a unit of specification for a program generation through the execution. That means macro is nothing but a part of your program which you are written separately. Now next, the macro can be used anywhere inside the program. Its occurrence is called macro call or macro invocation. The macro preprocessor handles the macro. Whenever there is macro call, the macro processor substitutes the definition of the macro in place of the macro call, and this process is called macro expansion. So let's say example of macro in the C program. Inside the C program, this is your macro call. Name of the macro is add, and this is your macro definition. So inside the macro definition, you have written x plus y, that is the body of your macro. The xy parameter which you have passed to this macro is called the formal parameter. And during the call of the macro, the parameter you are passing, they are called the actual parameters. Now what will happen during the pre-processing, this macro call will be replaced with the macro definition. So here X is B and Y is C, that is mapping of the formal parameter to the actual parameter, and your body will become B plus C. So you can see that after the macro expansion, A equals to add B comma C will become A equals to B plus C. Thank you for part 1 of the macroprocessor. We'll be back with the part 2.